It's 12:30, so here we are. I'm Dr. Stephanie Fine. It's so good to be here with you. And we're in the new year. It is the new year. OMG. I'm like, it's really, I don't know, it's been kind of amazing. It's sort of a calm transition, but I still see now when I see lights on houses and things, I'm like, okay, we're past it. No more Christmas songs on the radio. It's like a shock to my system. It's been so long. Anyway, welcome. I'm so happy to have you here. It's Thursday, so this is what we do on Thursdays. And we're talking about the Ounce of Prevention, which goes out every Thursday morning. And you can sign right up for it at stephaniefinemd.com. I'd love to be in your inbox on Thursday mornings. And then I'm so happy for you to come here. So what we're going to talk about today is the fact that the party's over. So what does that mean? It means December is done. If it started in October for you, that was Halloween, and we went through Thanksgiving and all the Christmas festivities. It can be a very hard time for food. Now, we've been talking about it, so hopefully, this is not a new subject for you, but we're in January now. A lot of people do resolutions, a lot of things like that come up. It is really, and this is the whole point of this chat today. It's time to face the music. So the most important thing you can do right now, is step on the scale. Most important thing. And if you haven't already done it, if you've done it, you're a genius. And if you haven't already done it, I need you to do it just as soon as possible. Like today, right now. The secret is if you did it right now, you would lose a lot more weight from the next time you went on. Because what I usually recommend is morning time, without clothes, so you have a pretty decent thing to compare to. You do it every morning. But if you finally get the courage and you haven't been having it in the morning, then hop on now. Because then when you start doing changes and you start seeing results, then you'll be happy to get on the scale in the morning. So either way, get on the scale in the morning, tomorrow morning if you haven't already, or if you're feeling like it's going to be too frightening and you've talked yourself out of it already a couple days, hop on now. Just hop on now. Because there's a bunch of reasons to do it. Number one, it sort of, it shocks you into recognition. So you get to see what you're dealing with. Now, this is assuming you have not been weighing yourself. You may very well be a great maintenancer and you've been weighing yourself. And hallelujah to you, because I'll tell you, if you have been, you've been watching that and you made different decisions based on it. And that's what we're trying to get people into now. If you stepped off the scale in December, if you didn't go on now. For those of you who've been on the scale in December, in this number now is definitely better than it would have been had you not been doing it. So nice job. Really. That's an excellent thing to do. It's the accountability. It's being able to see you were brought back into reality where that haze of, all that sugar can leave you unconscious. So you got conscious again, and that's awesome. And that's what we're looking to do here. And a couple things about that is you might be surprised. You might be pleasantly surprised. You may have been keeping up your walking even though you were eating more. You may have been having your water that was really important. And so it's not as bad as you think. And isn't that a good thing to know? The other thing too is when you see it, then you know what you're dealing with, right? Do we have 5 pounds? Do we have 10 pounds? How many pounds do we have to worry about? We need to know that information. You can't just wing it because, and I said this in the article, and this piece is really important. If you have that voice that's convincing you to just, oh, you know what, I'm just going to lose a little weight before I actually get on the scale so then it won't be so shocking, that voice will then keep saying that. And you'll be in February having gained more weight or not lost it when you could have been doing that for this month. So that voice is a trickster, and I wouldn't listen to it. Listen to the one that knows that what I'm saying is appropriate and hop on that scale. The other thing, so with the party being over, the analogy I had was turning on the lights, assessing the damage, and then starting cleaning up. I mean, that's how you clean up a party. You just start. That's how you lose weight. You just start. So first you have to see what's going on. That's turning on the lights and assessing the damage, and then you have to decide where to start, and that's important, right? Because a lot of times people at the beginning of the year will say, I want to lose 50 pounds. I want to lose weight. Well, what do you do with that thing? I mean, that is a huge, that in and of itself is too difficult. We actually need to break it down into small steps. And one thing you could do is start drinking more water. You can just start there. Other things you can do, the truth is you know what to do, because a lot of times, so I like to talk about maintenance, and so a lot of my friends here have lost weight, and they may have gained some back. So the thing you know to do is what got you to lose weight in the first place. You just go back to that. A lot of it is writing stuff down, right? Writing down what you're eating, because when we do that, again, we make that mental, that conscious connection, and it's harder to avoid that, which we're so good at. Oh my goodness, we are so good at doing that. Like, I didn't have 12 Hershey's Kisses. It must have been 3. No, it was 12. but if I wait to write it down, it becomes 3. So the little things you know what to do. Is it writing it down? Is it planning your food week? Is it drinking more water? Is it going on some walks? Is it having food in the fridge? Is it cleaning out your environment? You could do all these things, but I'd rather that you pick one and do that one first and then move on to the next one. Getting some momentum by picking one thing and doing that, it'll start to pick up. And especially if you have lost the weight recently and you just gained a little bit back, you'll know just what to do. You'll go back to what you were doing and what worked. So that is the idea of the party's over and it's time to face the music. Ideally, we're going into the holidays or anything, right? If your anniversary, a vacation, even small, like out to dinner, you're doing it mindfully. And so the damage isn't so much, right? It's or at least it's known about, right? You plan to gain a little weight over vacation, or you lose weight before vacation so that you are ending up where you want to be. The idea is that you're conscious of it and you're looking towards it. So that may be what this shows you, is that you are successful doing that. And if that's the case, congratulations. I mean, really, it's absolutely fantastic. And if you gained some, then you learn from it. Last week we talked about debriefing the holiday. That will end up being important in conjunction with this. So go take a look at that one too. Learning from it and then just getting on the horse and riding away. I mean, you got to start somewhere and move forward. The boo-hooing doesn't help very much. We can have a little of it because that's a real feeling, but then we got to move on. And you can do that. And it's a new year, so you can definitely do it. Stick around for us to talk about maintenance. My passion is maintenance of weight loss. There are lots of ways to lose weight, but there's only one way to keep it off. And that is going to be my focus in 2019. So you'll be hearing a lot about that. And of course, all the things that you do to maintain your weight, you could lose weight that way too. So, and in fact, it's ideal to lose weight the same way you'd maintain it, because the whole thing is just practice for maintenance. But if that's not how you lost the weight, and you used a traditional diet or a restrictive diet or a liquid diet or any of those sorts of things, then there needs to be transition to maintenance. And we're going to be talking a lot about that in 2019. So I love having you around. I hope your New Year's Eve was wonderful. I hope your New Year's Day was meaningful and that you took some time off and were able to connect with who you wanted to connect with. And that 2019 is going to be a happy, healthy year for you. And I'm I would love to spend some time with you in 2019. So stick around. Share this video if there's someone who needs to face the music now that it's the new year. And I will see you in 1 week. Bye.